Hey guys, what's going on? It's Black Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today we're just going to cover a number of different sort of cryptos, and we're also actually going to look at the silver chart as well, as I posted the yearly, well it weren't yearly, it's a multi-year basically wedge playing out with silver. Now I can't remember if it was a weekly or daily time frame that I posted, but we'll definitely revisit that in this video. But first and foremost, we're going to start here with XRP. Now we're just going to scroll out, and what we can also do is just go to the daily, just to see where we're marking out. Just a reminder really. So we're taking these closes here on the XRP weekly, close, 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 close. And then obviously you've got this bottom support trend line as well. Now on the weekly, you can see here we've actually broken out, and for me I feel as though we're looking to retest this wedge again. Now let's just hone in onto the daily. So obviously these trend lines obviously differ slightly, because obviously these was drawn on the weekly. Obviously we're zooming in now onto the daily and getting to the nitty gritty. So for me, when XRP broke out, we actually did a clean breakout here. And obviously we got up here to about 66 cent, and then we've retested the wedge, and then we've gone obviously, you know, shooting back up to that 73, 74 cent mark. XRP has rolled over ever since. Now whether or not we're going to get down here and touch the tip of this wedge here around the 53 cent mark is anybody's guesses, but at the end of the day, like, even if it does or it doesn't, there's not much to go. I'm just trying to find the tool. Let me shift this out of the way. Oh shock, it's not working. Anyway, I'll use this. So if we're reaching to the tip of this wedge, we're only talking like 7 to 8% retracement, which for me is doable, but I can sense the frustration in the market at the moment. Like, everybody's a little bit fed up, everyone's a little bit dejected, the morale is certainly down. But I feel like XRP is so close now. We've got this wedge coming in on Monday the 8th of April, so literally after this weekend, Monday, I do expect fireworks. I also tweeted as well about non-farm payrolls as well, which is basically the unemployment figures in the US, excluding like the agricultural industry, because obviously the agricultural sector is obviously one of the biggest employment industries within the US. And they usually dictate the markets as well. So if we do get a negative reading from what's forecasted, that will tank the US dollar. And then in turn, usually when the US dollar tanks, that's usually good for the markets and crypto as a general. So hopefully we can see that, even if we just get a tap or a wick down here, I feel like we can obviously, you know, start looking at that first impulse. We are April, we are bullish, and it is that full lunar eclipse on the 8th of April, so I hope everyone's going to be watching that. I certainly will be from the UK. I don't know how much of it we'll catch. But anyway, that was XRP, so we're looking really well. So we was due date there for around the 8th of April. Now just scrolling out of here. What's this now? We're on Velo. Let me just refresh. Let's just refresh the charts. Here we go now. Here we go. So again, Casper. Oh, this is XDC. Why has it come on to XDC? I'll tell you what, we'll do XDC, because I'll only get onto that at some point anyway. So XDC has got like a similar wedge playing out. Obviously not on as long as a time scale as XRP. But for me, we're obviously, you know, this trend line's been drawn through the closes here. We've had that big wick up there to take all the liquidity, so we're actually clearing this section here. So we've got a clean run up here for me. And hopefully we can start getting up to this sort of this wick high around this 9-10 cent range. So again, I feel as though XDC is keeping up track with the market. So we've got that retest there, literally on, you know, we kind of flipped resistance into support here. So XDC on the weekly is doing okay. Let's go into the daily, so you can see what's playing out here at this wedge. Support, resistance, breakthrough, not quite flipping resistance into support because we failed, falling down to the bottom. not quite touched, bounced ultimately, broken through. So this resistance and support line is very weak now, so it's almost like disrespecting this trend line here. And obviously when we're getting the disrespects in the price action, it means it's invalidating the wedge, and the wedge is there to be broken. So yeah, we're expecting some big moves, but this wedge here, this is playing out up until 22nd of April. So we could be looking at the end of the month before we get those explosions in price. But I feel like if the rest of the market's going to go on the 8th of April, for example, like XRP, the utility coins do tend to move together. So we don't necessarily have to play out to the end of this tip of the iceberg. We can get going a lot sooner. As I'm going to show you now on the silver chart as well, because silver is looking absolute monster at the moment. So let's just close that down, give ourselves some room. I'm going to zoom out here on the weekly, give you guys a better picture of like what's playing out here. Honest to God, this internet, I'm with PlusNet at the moment, and I'm going to throw let me clear my throat. I'm going to throw this router out the window, and if I refresh this and it goes to the XDC, I'll tell you what, I'm going to slink laptop out that window in a minute. Right guys, I want silver. Yeah, stop playing up. So this is CFDs on silver, so it's pretty much same. Right, let's go on to the weekly as we mentioned. Let's zoom out of here. So let's see if we can take it all the way back there if we really want. Let's take it all the way back here as well, to this sort of point here. Now this, obviously bottom trend line is obviously flipping, resistance, support, etc. there. See how it falls down, respects, boom boom boom, tap, retest, rejection, roll over. Yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll tighten this top trend line up as well. Move out of my way. Right, so now we've grabbed that. So there you go, we've got like a miniature fake out there, but you can see we're at the tip of the wedge there, and this is where we're getting this massive breakout in price with silver. Now this chart goes all the way back to November 2008, October 2008. So this is like obviously that massive financial crisis. I don't even know how old I was at the time. What's that? I must have only been about 15 or something. Like, that's absolutely crazy, I weren't even old enough to be investing at this time, but obviously had that 2008 massive, crisis, financial markets collapsing, and silver commodities, obviously the safe havens, have gone absolutely parabolic here. I'm just going to measure down here from the low, so it's only 500%, but we've got some massive and big returns. There's nothing like crypto, but I feel like this is a time now. Obviously, the accumulation phase is coming to an end now with all the precious metals, commodities. So like your gold, silver, your oil, your gas. Like they're all gonna do some massive returns. So that's silver. Let's have a look at Casper as well, because I really like the look of Casper, because like it's so undervalued at the minute. So much value in the market. Again, what's happening here? I'll give it a refresh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, get out of here. Right, again, why is it showing me XDC? Honest to God. What was I looking at, Casper? So I'm gonna again take that away. Let's have a look at this. So it depends again. It's quite a tricky reading this. So I like to go on the weekly really when I'm drawing my lines. So if it'll allow me to go up on the weekly, yes, thank you. And I'll just draw it from here. Because all this is just a massive crash. So again, it just depends where you want to draw your lines. You could draw it down here. So Casper's like done a retest down here. Or if you really want to be not hypocritical, but critical in the market, 3-bedroom semi-detached houses. I've not been looking at houses, Been looking at certainly not 3-bedroom semi-detached houses anyway. I've been looking at mansions. I hold XDC, Casper, XRP and all them, so anyway, that's irrelevant. So yeah, it just depends where you draw this top trend line really. So, you know, I'd be probably looking at this. So Casper to me is broken out already and retested, in my opinion. So Casper's ready for a massive move. Let's just have a look at sort of our first targets here. It's about 400%, 570, something like that. Yeah, around that sort of figure. So yeah, there's plenty of gains to be had. Yeah, so that's about it for today, guys. I will be back with some more content. I might do something a little bit different tomorrow, where I'm covering more sort of X news as opposed to charts, just whilst it plays out, because, you know, at the minute it looks like we're just retesting a lot of these wedges, but we're pretty much ready to go, guys. We are ready for lift off. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribing if you're not already. Thanks for your time as always. Blockball out.